Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about Mist of Pandaria Remix and I will share with you a few updates that have been made to the game, and especially I will explain what are the impacts of these different changes. So the first important change that I want to mention is the fact that now you will be able to get some permanent experience boost from LFR as well. So before that, basically you were only able to get this different infinite thread of experience when killing different bosses in normal and higher difficulty, and you would get one per boss, and this is still something that is working. And the main issue was the fact that you were not getting anything when doing these different bosses in LFR difficulty. And so now with this change, basically each time you queue up for LFR, when you complete the different sections of the raid that you're in, you will receive one of these perpetual thread of experience that will increase the experience gain for your character by 7%. So it's definitely not as OP as doing normal raiding, but still, if you just want to do LFR and you don't want to try and find a group for normal raiding, this is a good way to still get a little bit of these experience gain bonuses. Here, I really just want to insist again on the fact that when you reach level 25, you can start going here in Raids Mist of Honor Premade Group Finder, and then normally you will be able to find quite a lot of these different groups for Mogushan Bolts, and these are honestly super easy to do. Right now, a lot of players already have a lot of very good cloaks and everything, and so they can almost one-shot or solo all the different bosses. And so really this is something you will be able to do normally really easily, and especially if you're playing a character that can do healing or tanking, you should be able to get an invitation pretty simply, and then you can run the raid and get all these different experience gain bonuses. And as you can see, yesterday I did one raid and I'm now at 122 experience gain on my level 31 character. So I would still recommend you to do that next to, of course, all the different LFR raids as well. Also, one more tip is that each day you want to come where there are all the different vendors inside of the different capitals or anywhere where there is one of these infinite bazaar, and you want to take the different daily quests looking for more and everything that will just require you to kill, for instance, 2 raid bosses, because like that you will get some extra experience, bronze, cash, and over rewards. So this is also something you can do. Another important change that has been made recently is the nerf of the frog farm. So if you're not familiar with that, basically when you go on the Timeless Isle, you will be able to find a bunch of elite frogs, and all these different frogs hyper spawn. And so they're really good when you want to farm all the different currencies and things from Mist of Pandaria. And this is no different in Mist of Pandaria Remix. Basically, people have been doing this farm and have been able to get tons of bronze, gems, threads, and also lesser charms that you can then use in order to turn them into a lot more bronze. So Blizzard decided to nerf it in some ways, and basically the main change is that you won't be getting any lesser charms anymore from them. So you will still be able to get some bronze and gems and threads, so this is still a very useful farm, especially if you want to become very powerful and if you want to get a lot of epic threads and again some bronze and everything, but it won't be as efficient as it was a few days ago. So this is something that I know a lot of players are not happy with. As you can see, 258 comments, for instance, under this article. And the main reason is simply because, again, a lot of players have been able to kind of exploit this upper spawn farming and have been able to get tons and tons of bronze and become super, super powerful. And now this is nerfed, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for players to reach that level. But the good news is that instead of having this farm super, super strong, Blizzard decided to also increase the amount of bronze you receive from the different crests and from all the different caches. So as you can see, for instance, here, everything has been buffed by 25%. So it means that, for instance, from your minor bronze cache, you will now receive 250 instead of 200. From the lesser one, it's 500 instead of 400. From the bronze cache, it's 750 instead of 600. And finally, from the greater one, it's 1250 instead of 1000. So this is something that I think is nice. It's still not as good as the frog farm and how it was a few days ago, But at least if you want to get a little bit more bronze by just doing these different activities and getting these different cash, you will not be able to get 25% more bronze by doing so. So it's still not the best way, I would say, to get some bronze, and probably still you will need to do some of these proc farming, or there are like a few other good farms that allow you to kill a bunch of mobs super fast, add them hyperspawn, and then get a lot of bronze. But at least I think it's a good thing that when they decided to nerf this overfarm, they also decided to boost the amount of bronze you can get from all these different cache. So I think overall this is a good decision from Blizzard. The last thing that I want to mention, and that is not as important, is the fact that this toy right here, the mini mana bomb, that was part of the different items sold by Oros in the PTR, has not been added so far in the live version of this event. And this is something that a lot of players were excited about, simply because this is a toy that was part of the Fall of Terramore events as part of the Mist of Pandaria pre-patch. And it's something that, at least I believe, has been removed from the game since then, and so it was a good opportunity to get it back, but apparently Blizzard probably changed their mind and decided to not add it. So maybe it's a bug, and this is something that we'll have to wait and see if this is just a bug, or maybe we're missing a few requirements in order to unlock it from the vendor. But all I know is that so far you cannot get it from the vendor, so if you were planning on buying it, sadly you'll have to wait to see if maybe in the future you will be able to do so or not. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime I wish you all a great day. Bye!